When it comes to his origin, it states here the only fact about Mongul's early life is that he was once the overlord of an entire world. A tyrant. Mongul's people protested. He was forced to flee his own world. Then he came back for revenge. Mongul wants the key so he could be the master of the universe. This is basically a panel that explains the most pre-crisis Mongul's origin. Did you know Mongul had kids? One of them even appeared in live action. Probably the worst representation of a live action powerhouse tier. The genetics of Mongul literally got killed off in the first 10 minutes of the movie from a helicopter. Sorry, Mongul, your kids got killed in live action. Mongul is one of those characters that believe survival through the strength. Part of the reason why he's so strong is because of his alien physiology, on top of fighting training while younger. Mongul seems to be skilled with melee weapons here, like in this occasion with Starfire, using actually handheld weapons in this occasion, so it shows that he's got some type of training in melee arts. The best way to get Mongul's true intention of everything about life is his true desire. His own weapon that he used on characters like Superman, called the Black Mercy, to grant your truest desire or dreams. His own Black Mercy at one point was tricked on him to where, see his true intention. His true intentions was taking on over the world. In his dream, he actually killed Robin, the person that tried to throw the Black Mercy on him. Then he rips the Kryptonian's head from his shoulders, that's his dream, and then places it upon a spike and goes to trample the world carrying it before him. That's what his truest desire is, so you can really get an idea of what Mongul's desire is. Mongul seems to be one of those powerhouses to where the newer he gets, the more the writers don't give a crap about him being on par with Superman, but I would say back in these pre-crisis days, he was definitely one of the biggest threats for Superman, even bloodlusted. Mongul's a powerhouse alien warlord that is hell-bent on controlling the universe. In the earlier days, Mongul had his own planet, literally called War World. It's even sturdier than an actual star. Look, it's about to pass in front of the white dwarf star, and it's not possible. Nothing artificial could be that huge. Like, it's literally bigger than an actual star. It passed behind the star, and the dwarf star's overwhelming gravitational pull had absolutely no effect on it. Mongul is very smart. Along with his strength, he also can become one with War World. One can say pilot it or drive it like a car or a plane, one can say, if that makes sense. He can use it like a gun and start shooting at you the whole entire war world. Notice how Superman said, this missile can kill me. Keep note, this is all pre-crisis Superman saying this stuff, y'all. He's saying he's won up a lot against a lot of different weapons, but comparing those goofy weapons would be like to compare a club to an atomic bomb. Saying Mongul's missiles are on a whole nother level. Sends a swarm of missiles with a thought. Even while Mongul's unconscious, it still can be a threat. Warworld's missile that Mongul uses can take out small planetoids. Superman stated, considering all the power they got, they wouldn't stand much of a chance of defeating Warworld in a head-on confrontation. It also has macro lasers. It can almost instantly repair itself when characters like Supergirl try to damage this big old planet or star-sized planet. Mongul also has another ancient weapon that can destroy planets. He uses weapons to force other planets into submission. This weapon was so epic, it was hidden in a star and it's crystallized, like crystalline engineering. Mongul also has the Sun Eater. It devours and smashes planet. It can even blast Superman with enough power to smash a planet. In Rebirth, Warworld is still ridiculously insane, like it's a literal planet armada that he can control at his beck and call. Heck, if anything, his technology to be able to control Warworld seems to even be better now. It's even mighty enough to blast section of your moon apart, blast power-wise. His Warworld, his technology is pretty cool. He has this thing known as the Black Mercy to make you dream well, so you won't even try to resist. It'll just put you in a fantasy land of your greatest desires. Superman was a victim of this on how he had a happy ending on Krypton, just like that Justice League Unlimited episode where Mongul invaded them and they put the Black Mercy on him that way. Batman also was a victim where he made his parents live. Well, has a lot of different techie things, his own ships, massive ships at that, or vessels one could say. He has stuff that can shrink you and trap you in an energy cube to where you're defenseless and you have no choice but to be contained. Mongul is strong enough that he literally states he will crush your world with his own power, implying that he could just destroy it with his own bare fist. Punches Martian Manhunter. Durability wise, it matches with his strength. He can take attacks to Martian Manhunter and he can punch him backwards. Strong enough to beat up Supergirl and Green Lantern, punching through his shield with brute strength. He breaks free of the super strong metal known as inertin, metal that I went over before in my other previous DC videos like the one in Karate Kid. You know how these fictional metals be. It's stated that inertin is so powerful, it is good against any force, even nuclear explosions, inertin shields. Even characters like Superboy have trouble with breaking through this inertin steel, letting you know Mongul's power level versus other Kryptonians. Ships that have a little piece of inertin can literally sail in stars or on the surface of a sun if they want to, because of the durability to the heat resistant. He's strong enough to defeat Starman with the swipe of his hand, literally strong enough in a slugfest to slug it with pre-crisis Superman, and the fight was pretty dragged out. He's able to react and come back regardless of all of this. Even while speed blitzing, it didn't matter. Even here, in this occasion, he battled Superman and a legion of superheroes to show his competency. Slugfest yet again. Other heroes showing off his durability, and strength and durability add up to the same to one another. It's extended. They're messing up his clothes. In this battle, Superman got the W though here. So strong, Wonder Woman punches him, and she hurts her hand hitting him. His durability is that insane. Proceeds to punching about Wonder Woman, punching her through thick stuff. Wonder Woman had to use a gun. Standing through the gun still overpowered her. Really showed how much he can take. Meanwhile, after Wonder Woman's pretty much knocked out, Superman comes in the building, super mad after he's got the Black Mercy off of him, of course. He charges at Mongul with crazy speed and anger. Mongul's still able to backhand him. Even while he's super mad, Mongul's still able to slug it with Superman, like on some Doomsday type stuff, showing indeed a pre-Christ Superman level threat. His punching power was strong enough to knock out Superman. To have the punching power to knock out Superman or even trap him like in this occasion shows that he is a Superman level being. I mean, we're talking about the same guy even while fighting Superman. He literally withstood the shockwave of a sun eater explosion. Two flew back and they kept on talking like nothing happened. Like, yo, I mean, this is the same Superman that can literally throw planets, sneezes away solar systems, push the Earth at faster than light speed, moved a galaxy worth of planets with a freaking chain, and pushed the sun towards Earth. Mongul clearly shows he has the brute strength. Classic Mongul was no joke. Wonder Woman was literally sleeping his arms. Green Lanterns get their constructs broken with his punches. Wonder Woman hurt her hands punching his face. And Superman in this occasion is literally sleepy, and he did this with his muscle and punching power. It's even stated in guidebooks when it comes to strength, so it's not just my opinion, it's literally stated by the writers themselves that made the guidebook. He seems to be on par with those of Superman, repeatedly to stand in battle with the Man of Steel, and he also has blast power enough to force Superman to a standstill. Boxing it up with these type of beings proves that even if he doesn't actually visually show punching a planet apart, it's pretty much proven he can punch planets and stars apart based on his evidence. I'd even say he can lift a galaxy worth of planets on his back. I mean, pre-Crisis Superman did do that. So naturally, when it comes to his fighting speed, he should also be massively faster than the speed of light, be able to keep up with these guys without getting blitzed. None of these occasions he got blitzed or overwhelmed in speed. Like, oh, let's fight Mongul and not use the one advantage we got over him. Obviously, they're probably using their speed and it doesn't matter. He can still react to him. Superman was able to hurt a being in physical punches. Like this old Superman can slugfest with a being that was transforming into an entirely new plane of existence, into a universe that is a cosmic embodiment of madness. The same being that one day that madness will escape into this or another dimension. This same Superman later in that story defeated this same being in this abstract-ish type form. Yeah, Mongul doing this to them in strength ain't no joke. Mongul strong off the battle beings like Wally West Flash, even though on this occasion he did lose. He's consistently a threat to the Lanterns, just all the powerhouse tiers when it comes to power. For the most part throughout his career, I would say Superman level, even though the writers have kind of toned him down in the newer stuff, but he's still Superman-ish level, even if he's like a medium-ish Superman level being, if that makes sense, right? Post-Crisis Mongul's still a beast. In post-Crisis stuff, he slugs it out with Superman in a gladiator fight. Superman that's not really in his prime, it hasn't been exposed to no solar energy in a while. He still obviously has super strength though, right? They fight. Superman tackles him, puts him in a headlock, flips him over his head, makes Superman yell in pain because of the bear hug power. On this occasion, manages to knock him out. Even though I would say that Superman wasn't in his completely best state, you know? Superman's wearing the black suit. He states another rib crack, I think I can't breathe. Just toying with me so far. He has power to crush me. It's literally confirmed that Superman's not in his prime. He says, I'm virtually powerless. That's why Superman has to use grenades and weapons and stuff, and Mongul takes advantage of the situation. Mongul is strong enough to break these pipes like they're nothing. Punches make him go sleep time. Mongul's strong enough to break out of some prison, even starting, lifting him up with one hand. The slab tosses him in high in the air because he's way too strong for him. Yeah, a little right. This battle really shows off Mongul's strength on how he fights Superman and Kyle Rayner, the rematch, them slugging. Notice how their fish and arms are clashing with one another. He's still able to hang in there with his raw power while also getting blasted by a Green Lantern. Literally images of him trading blows for an extended panel, even to the point where Kyle seemed defenseless for a second. The two teamed up on Mongul. Mongul isn't instantly KO, but like, yeah, them two are teaming up. He still breaks out even when he was frozen. Mongul says, shoot, I need to pull out one of my weapons too since y'all teaming up on me. His little chest blaster. Yeah, I know Lanterns had weird weaknesses to the color yellow back in the day. Yeah, Mongul hangs in there pretty well until like, he's finally defeated. But guys, this, even though he lost in this occasion, it still showed he's a ridiculous powerhouse in that Superman ranges. They literally had to team up to take this guy on, and he's still two powerhouses. Something that shows his titanic strength, because you can literally see a panel like this, Superman's arms right here, Mongul's arms right here, in a contest of strength to show Mongul is comparable. On top of that, in the same fight, Mongul had the strength to crumble up Green Lantern constructs with his raw strength. Based on the narrative of the fight, I think it's safe to say that Kyle Rayner and Superman was fighting Mongul pretty seriously. They might not have been trying to kill him or murder him or nothing, but they was definitely fighting pretty seriously, so one could say Kyle wasn't holding back that much, right? For him to do this to his construct with his strength, Kyle Rayner Green Lantern can contain supernova explosions or even stars. Also, Kyle's constructs can contain galaxy levels of energy or galaxy explosion levels of energy, like he contained an Imperiex explosion. Imperiex, the cosmic being, was literally stated energy taken from the destruction of an entire galaxy. Kyle Rayner, same art style and everything, contained explosions that could wipe out a galaxy. It's literally side to side. Mongul did this to these same constructs, matching Superman in strength. Even in post-crisis era, Superman can move planets alongside other Justice League Powerhouse tier members, move moons with strength, fight a literal galaxy like the Galactic Golem, and effortlessly destroy planets. Keep note that Superman's hand strength has the ability to withstand a black hole that was going to wipe out the entire solar system. And Mongul's matching his arm strength and back strength and leg strength and leverage strength and all that stuff. Most folks' arm strength and leg strength are above their grip strength. His vice grip strength is that strong. Mongul's matching something greater than that. Even in newer era stuff, he can easily rip off alien heads and strength. Even in New 52 era, guess what? He skirmishes with Superman. In this occasion, stalemate Superman in a brief little mano-a-mano punch scuffle. Even in the newer days, he has the strength to lock arms with Superman in strength. Even in New 52, the same Superman that can bench press the weight of the entire planet for 5 days straight. You see Superman's arms colliding with Mongul's arms, and he's smiling. These same arms can lift that much weight, or his just legs or power in general. Not to mention that Superman's body is durable enough to withstand black holes. Mongul should be in these ranges as well, just common sense. Is there any more evidence needed for his strength? Mongul's this strong to be able to rip this apart. Mongul is battling Superman and a superpowered Batman. Notice how his strikes cause this much impact. Blood coming out of his nose. He's gotten a little brief scuffle with Wonder Woman. Even stated when he lands a punch nearly bursts your eardrum. It's also implied off screen in the lore that he fought Doomsday and survived fighting against Doomsday, letting you know his power levels even in the newer stuff. When he got punched into orbit by Zod, he stayed conscious because he's another Kryptonian tier type character. Mongul fought Starfire. She was getting handled. Starfire pretty much said, if it wasn't for these power nullifiers around this place, I'll beat this brute. Mongul, wanting to take up the real challenge, said, shut down the power nullifiers so we can fight her straight up with her real power. And he still smiled. So basically a full powered Starfire fights Mongul, and Mongul's still able to withstand this power, slamming her down like this. Then the other Titans come in. He shows his strength even more, fighting Beast Boy and other Titans on some team busting stuff. Mongul is strong enough to get in a slugfest with Superman, even if we're talking about Rebirth. Even when getting dogpiled by other beings that aren't even Superman, like these beings, for example, then he simply pushes them off of him. So Superman says, everybody get back, I gotta take them on. Straight up punch from Supes. Superman, you can't afford to get distracted, because you get punched like that, Mongul gonna hurt you. With the multiple punches over and over again, Superman is sleepy, literally sleepy. Him and Superman battle even more laser vision. Ouch. You see, he can hang in there, even though you're getting blood drawn. With Superman, even though people keep trying to intervene, he can still punch that hard. And they fight. Fight is like extended and brutal. Mongul is strong enough to withstand a blast from all of this while in a confrontation with Superman. The Mongul's strength is so insane. In this occasion, you can see they seem to be fighting at pretty decent speeds. Superman trying to blitz him. Mongul's still able to keep up, regardless of all of this mess type epicness. This battle never got resolved because he got what he needed. They seem to be battling right through meteorites like it ain't no big deal. Mongul's like right on top of this war world explosion because of Superman doing all this. Extremely massive explosion to show his durability and what tier he's in. He's strong enough to slug with Supes and Rebirth. See how they did like a trade-off punch here. They both punched each other. To get in a slugfest with Superman from Rebirth, no matter which continuity, just fighting a Superman or stalemating him is impressive. Don't forget that Superman can relieve Atlas, aka Greek myth feats, of his duty of supporting the entire heavens or cosmos. One could say infinite weight. I don't want to reach into say he's an infinite three-dimensional being, because of course it wasn't the writer's intent to imply that he's infinite, lifting the infinite mass of the universe, but we can safely say maybe he lifted a couple galaxy worth at least, right? He did lift something up. Superman does lift a couple panels. It's the same one that Mongul fights in strength, so Mongul should be able to do something similar or relative, one could say, to be able to box it up fist fight style. It's just consistent, no matter which era, really. Mongul has fought Lanterns in contests of strength. See how their arms are locked with one another, showing his training, putting him in a headlock. Mongul is strong enough to get in a scuffle with Sinestro himself. Their arms are locked here, him yelling in pain. He's strong enough to fight a new god even after being impaled, showing you he has some pretty decent healing factor and pain tolerance. Full-blown battling a new god. Yeah. Mongul gets in a slugfest with a black Adam that has a yellow ring. Even took out Adam for quite a bit of pages before he returned. Yellow Lanterns get dispatched. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that Mongul has energy projection, something you probably didn't know he had? Like how he can blast folk like Superman in this occasion. Some artists probably just forget that he has this ability because it's been so long since some folks even see him use energy blast out of his hands. In this occasion too, he has energy projection no matter which era technically, even though he hasn't done it in such a long time. He doesn't really need his blast power because he has a ridiculous physical strength. One could argue his strength is probably his shining attribute. In newer stuff, we've seen him use eye blast, but Mongul has no problem using like rifles, aka superpowered guns that are way stronger than typical guns, obviously, destroy you that way. Yikes. Even has a built-in chest cannon, just in case the writers forget that he can actually shoot energy blasts. He got a device on his chest that can shoot energy blasts that can hurt Superman tears on top of his power. He can teleport his ship away thanks to tech and stuff. He can trap and shrink targets in a dimensional inversion cube. Even powerhouses have trouble getting out. Heat vision not working, but for the most part, everybody, that's just about going to do it. This guy Mongul was so strong that Superman had to get the Legion of Superheroes to pull up on him on top of himself helping fight Mongul back in the earlier days. A straight savage. He's Superman level, overpowered Green Lanterns, he's overpowered Superman, overpowered Wonder Woman. It's literally mountains of proof of this in this video. But hey, that could be just me. What do you guys think? I would like to give a quick thank you to those that took the time to donate to the channel. Helps out a lot, believe it or not.